In the vibrant town of Oyo, nestled between the rolling hills and lush greenery, four inseparable friends named MAIMUNA, AISHA, HALIMA, and RABBY embarked on a memorable journey through their teenage years. The bond they shared was as unbreakable as the African sunsets that painted the sky in hues of orange and pink. These friends attended the prestigious Harmony boarding school, where they navigated the challenges of academic life, formed everlasting friendships, and made memories that would be etched in their hearts forever. As the final year approached, they eagerly anticipated the adventures that awaited them beyond the school gates. After graduation, the friends decided to visit their dear friend HAUWA, who lived in a charming house on the outskirts of Oyo. HAUWA, always the gracious host, welcomed them with open arms. The air was filled with laughter and the aroma of home-cooked meals as they reminisced about their boarding school days. As they settled in the cozy living room, HAUWA's younger brother, IBRAHIM, and his friend Shuaib descended the staircase with a mischievous smile. HAUWA, delighted to see her friends, introduced them to IBRAHIM. The atmosphere buzzed with excitement as the group exchanged greetings and stories. IBRAHIM, a tall and handsome young man, captured everyone's attention, especially RABBY. His gaze lingered on her, and she felt a spark that ignited an unexpected connection. However, MAIMUNA, with her outgoing personality, sensed the chemistry between IBRAHIM and RABBY, but decided to seize the opportunity. During a light-hearted conversation, MAIMUNA turned to HAUWA and subtly mentioned IBRAHIM, "Your brother seems really interesting. HAUWA, what do you think if I got to know him better?" HAUWA, always supportive of her friends, encouraged MAIMUNA to pursue the idea. Little did she know that RABBY had also developed an interest in IBRAHIM. As MAIMUNA continued to talk excitedly about the potential relationship, RABBY exchanged subtle glances with IBRAHIM, creating a silent understanding between them. Later that evening, MAIMUNA and HAUWA found themselves alone in the kitchen, discussing the possibility of MAIMUNA and IBRAHIM. Unbeknownst to MAIMUNA, HAUWA sensed the connection between RABBY and her brother. In a moment of honesty, HAUWA confessed, "You know, MAIMUNA, I've noticed something between IBRAHIM and RABBY. I think there might be something there." MAIMUNA, surprised yet thoughtful, contemplated the situation. As their conversation unfolded, they decided to approach the situation with openness and honesty, valuing their friendship over any potential romantic entanglements. The friends continued to spend the evening together, cherishing the laughter and camaraderie that had defined their friendship for years. They remembered their school days and laughed at all the memories they shared. They were delighted to have moved on from there but missed the experiences that had woven itself through their lives. The fleeting crush on IBRAHIM faded away over time and the girls moved on in age and life. As the years passed, the four friends embarked on separate journeys, each following their unique paths. Life led them to different occupations, scattering them across various cities and continents. Despite the physical distance, the bond forged during their boarding school days endured, and the friends made a conscious effort to stay connected. Time had a way of softening the edges of childhood crushes, and the memory of IBRAHIM became a distant echo in the minds of RABBY, AISHA, HALIMA, and even MAIMUNA. They immersed themselves in their careers, navigated the complexities of adulthood, and formed new connections along the way. RABBY became a contemporary art dancer and thrived very well. She lived in a beautiful home and traveled across the world. She showcased her dancing skills everywhere she had an opportunity to. MAIMUNA loved art and was earning a livelihood from it. She also dabbled into movie production and released a few movies of her own. HALIMA pursued her love for music and settled as a popular pianist and was earning quite a good living. She was successful in her career, and this afforded her the luxuries of life. AISHA became a mother of 3 lovely daughters and settled into taking care of her husband and her home, documenting her life on YouTube. She was also well provided for by her husband and his family, who could afford the fine things of life. She had built a beautiful home. However, the threads of fate held surprises for Maimuna and Ibrahim. One day, Maimuna found herself on a business trip to Paris, a city that shimmered with romance and possibility. Little did she know that Ibrahim had also found his way to the City of Lights for a conference. Their paths crossed in a charming cafe near the Eiffel Tower. The reunion was filled with laughter and shared memories, reigniting the spark that had flickered briefly in their youth. As they explored the enchanting streets of Paris together, Maimuna and Ibrahim discovered the depth of their connection. The city's romantic ambience seemed to breathe a life into their friendship, and they found comfort in each other's company. Late-night strolls along the Seine River and quiet moments beneath the twinkling lights of the Eiffel Tower deepened their bond. Paris, with its timeless beauty, became the backdrop for the new chapter in their lives. Maimuna and Ibrahim's connection evolved beyond childhood crushes, blossoming into a genuine and profound love. The distance that had once separated them now seemed inconsequential in the grand tapestry of their shared experiences. Their friendship had weathered the tests of time, proving that sometimes, the most unexpected connections can grow into something beautiful. As Maimuna and Ibrahim embraced their newfound closeness, the other friends rejoiced in their happiness. The four friends, though scattered across the globe, continued to support each other, celebrating the twists and turns that life had woven into their stories. As the wedding bells chimed in Abuja, Nigeria, the friends gathered once again to celebrate the joyous occasion of Maimuna and Ibrahim's engagement. HAUWA, who was overseas, gave the couple her blessings. Ibrahim, deeply in love with Maimuna, couldn't help but feel a strong attraction to Rabbi when their paths crossed during the festivities. The spark between them, once a subtle flame, now burned brighter, catching both by surprise. Sensing the tension within himself, Ibrahim decided to engage in an honest discussion with RABBY. Underneath the starlit Abuja sky, they found a quiet corner to share their thoughts. Ibrahim revealed the depth of his feelings for Maimuna and their plans to get married. Despite his commitment to Maimuna, he couldn't deny the magnetic pull he felt toward RABBY. RABBY, though taken aback, maintained her composure during the conversation. However, a fire ignited within her, fueled by jealousy and a determination to win Ibrahim's heart. Unbeknownst to Ibrahim, RABBY decided to take matters into her own hands and consulted a native doctor renowned for his unconventional methods. In a remote village on the outskirts of Abuja, RABBY met the mysterious native doctor known for his ability to influence emotions and destinies. The air was thick with the scent of burning herbs, as the native doctor performed a bizarre ritual involving incantations, sacred objects, and symbolic gestures. During the ritual, RABBY was urged to make symbolic offerings and pledges to gain control over Ibrahim's heart. The native doctor, with his ancient knowledge, promised to create an enchantment that would strengthen the connection between RABBY and Ibrahim, compelling him to see her as his true love. As the ritual unfolded, the night echoed with strange sounds and mystical energy. RABBY, determined to secure Ibrahim's affections, immersed herself in the mysterious process, unaware of the potential consequences of tampering with fate. Back in the bustling city, the wedding celebrations continued, oblivious to the unfolding supernatural drama. Ibrahim, blissfully unaware of RABBY's efforts, focused on celebrating the union of their mutual friends. Little did he know that a complex web of emotions and mysticism was weaving itself around his love life. The tale of MAIMUNA, AISHA, HALIMA, Ibrahim and RABBY continued to unfold, with unexpected twists and turns that would test the limits of friendship, love, and the unpredictable forces that sometimes shape our destinies. The vibrant streets of Abuja held secrets, and the friends were about to embark on a journey that would challenge the very fabric of their relationships. The atmosphere in Aisha's father's hometown was festive and brimming, with cultural richness as the friends gathered for a family celebration before the upcoming wedding. The vibrant colors of traditional attire blended with the rhythmic beats of drums and laughter, creating an atmosphere of joy and unity. During the festivities, RABBY saw an opportunity to set her mystical plan into motion. Observing Ibrahim stepping away to engage in a conversation with a friend, she seized the moment. With a sly smile, Rabbi approached him, carrying a drink that shimmered with a mysterious glow. As Ibrahim engaged in conversation, Rabbi struck up a casual discussion about the cultural significance of the celebration. In the midst of laughter and celebration, she discreetly slipped the enchanted drink into Ibrahim's hand. Unaware of the potion's effects, Ibrahim took a sip, and in an instant, a wave of intense attraction surged through him. The mystical potion, brewed with ancient knowledge, worked its enchantment, intertwining Ibrahim's emotions and desires. The flames of attraction that had previously simmered within him for Rabbi were now ignited into a blazing fire. He found himself inexplicably drawn to Rabbi, the intensity of his feelings escalating with every passing moment. Meanwhile, MAIMUNA, AISHA, and HALIMA and HAUWA continued to enjoy the festivities, unaware of the mystical intervention taking place. The celebration reached its peak as traditional dances and songs echoed through the air. Little did they know that the dynamics within their close-knit group were shifting in ways they could never have anticipated. As the night unfolded, Rabbi and Ibrahim found themselves sharing moments of heightened connection, their paths crossing with an electric energy. The enchanted potion had woven a tapestry of desire, casting a spell that would challenge the friendships and relationships the four friends had held dear for so long. The celebration in Aisha's father's hometown became a pivotal chapter in the unfolding tale of Aisha, Halima, Maimuna, Ibrahim and Rabbi. The mystical forces at play promised to reshape the bonds of friendship and love, leaving everyone involved to grapple with the consequences of a night steeped in magic and unforeseen emotions. The morning after the family celebration in Aisha's father's hometown dawned with a sense of unease for Maimuna. As the first rays of sunlight painted the sky, Ibrahim woke her up with a heavy heart. The expression on his face revealed a turmoil within. "Ibrahim, what's the matter?" Maimuna asked, her voice tinged with concern. Ibrahim hesitated before revealing his inner turmoil. "Maimuna, I've been thinking about us. I feel like we need more time before the wedding, and I'm considering moving the date." Maimuna's eyes widened in shock and horror. The news hit her like a tidal wave, leaving her speechless. She had anticipated excitement and joy in the days leading up to their wedding, not a sudden change of plans that threatened the stability of their relationship. Feeling a growing unease, Maimuna decided to confide in HAUWA, Ibrahim's sister and her dear friend. She approached HAUWA, expressing her concerns about Ibrahim's sudden change of heart and the strange attraction she had observed between him and Rabbi. "HAUWA, something is not right. Ibrahim wants to postpone the wedding, and I can't shake the feeling that Rabbi has something to do with it. There is an unusual connection between them," Maimuna confessed, her eyes reflecting a mix of confusion and worry. HAUWA, torn between her loyalty to her brother and her friendship with Maimuna, listened attentively. Sensing the gravity of the situation, she decided to investigate discreetly, hoping to uncover the truth behind Ibrahim's sudden decision and the mysterious bond between him and Rabbi. Meanwhile, Rabbi had made her way back to Lagos, knowing that the enchanted potion had begun to take effect on Ibrahim. As she settled back into her routine, she waited patiently, confident that Ibrahim would soon follow. Days turned into a week, and the tension between Maimuna and Ibrahim lingered. HAUWA, determined to get to the bottom of the situation, discreetly gathered information and observed the dynamics between her brother and Maimuna. The answers she sought lay hidden in the tangled web of emotions, mystical forces, and secrets that had woven their way into the lives of the once inseparable friends. The unfolding saga of Maimuna, Aisha, Halima, HAUWA, Ibrahim and Rabbi continued to captivate those involved, with each passing day bringing new twists, challenges and revelations that tested the strength of their bonds. The news of Ibrahim's sudden change of heart devastated Maimuna. The once joyful anticipation of their impending wedding now transformed into heartbreak and confusion. The call from Ibrahim, cancelling the wedding plans, echoed in her mind, leaving her in a state of disbelief. HAUWA, torn between her loyalty to her brother and her friendship with Maimuna, tried to intervene, but Ibrahim remained resolute in his decision. He vehemently declared that his feelings for Maimuna had vanished, leaving no room for reconciliation. Days turned into weeks, and Maimuna grappled with the pain of losing both her fiancé and her once close friend. The devastation ran deep as she withdrew from the world around her, refusing to attend the lavish wedding ceremony of RABBY and Ibrahim. The celebration that should have been a joyous occasion now served as a painful reminder of what was lost. As RABBY and Ibrahim exchanged vows in a grand ceremony, Maimuna found solace in solitude, seeking comfort from the void left by the shattered dreams of a future together. The once inseparable friends were now divided by the invisible walls of heartache and betrayal. In the aftermath of the wedding, HAUWA, RABBY, AISHA, and HALIMA dressed up for an evening party. The air was thick with unspoken tension as they gathered to discuss Maimuna's feelings. RABBY, now happily married to Ibrahim, showed no concern for the pain her actions had caused. HAUWA, still attempting to bridge the gap between the fractured friendships, voiced her concerns. I understand that Ibrahim made his choice, but we can't ignore the impact this has had on Maimuna. She's hurting, and we need to be there for her. RABBY, indifferent to Maimuna's pain, responded nonchalantly, well, I have the life I wanted. Ibrahim is my husband now. Maimuna's feelings are not my responsibility. AISHA and HALIMA, though sympathetic to Maimuna, remained silent, uncertain of how to navigate the delicate balance between friendship and the newfound dynamics within the group. The evening unfolded with a mixture of conflicting emotions. While RABBY reveled in her newfound happiness, the specter of Maimuna's pain lingered in the shadows, casting a somber tone over the once unbreakable bond of friendship that had now been fractured by love, jealousy, and the consequences of mystical intervention. The friends faced an uncertain future, with the echoes of betrayal and heartache haunting the relationships that had once defined their lives. The passage of time had woven new chapters into the lives of Maimuna, RABBY, HAUWA, AISHA, and HALIMA. As the friends gathered years later, they embraced the changes that life had brought, each carrying their unique stories and experiences. Maimuna, now happily married to her European boyfriend, eagerly anticipated the reunion with her friends. She looked forward to catching up on the years that had passed, cherishing the memories of their shared past and the promise of lasting friendships. As they sat around the table, laughter and conversation flowed, children's laughter echoing in the background. However, RABBY, despite being married for a decade, couldn't escape the weight of the choices she had made. Tears welled up in her eyes as the burden of her past actions became too heavy to bear. With a heavy heart, she decided to share the truth that had haunted her for years. Amidst the warmth of their reunion, RABBY confessed, I have something I need to tell you all. I did something years ago to win Ibrahim's heart. I used a mystical potion to manipulate his feelings, and it ultimately led to our marriage. But the price I've paid for that choice has been incredibly painful. Silence fell over the table as the weight of RABBY's revelation settled among the friends. Shock and disbelief registered on the faces of HAUWA, AISHA, and HALIMA. Maimuna, once a victim of RABBY's actions, looked at her friend with a mixture of sympathy and understanding. RABBY continued, her voice heavy with regret, Ibrahim left me for another woman, someone he fell in love with genuinely. She had a daughter, and they have built a life together. My once beautiful life crumbled, leaving me in sadness and pain. I wish I had never taken that path. The gravity of RABBY's confession hung in the air, casting a shadow over the reunion that had initially been filled with joy and nostalgia. The friends, united by a complex history, now faced the consequences of actions that had reshaped their lives in unexpected ways. As they navigated the emotions stirred by RABBY's revelation, the once unbreakable bonds of friendship faced the challenge of forgiveness and healing. The reunion, once a celebration of shared memories, became a poignant reminder of the irreversible impact of choices made in the pursuit of love. The friends, now matured by the passage of time, confronted the complexities of their intertwined destinies, unsure of what the future held for the friendships that had weathered the storms of life. As Maimuna and Rabbi found a quiet corner to talk, the atmosphere was charged with the weight of the past. Maimuna, having processed the revelation, was ready to confront Rabbi with a sense of resolution and forgiveness. With a deep breath, Maimuna spoke, "Rabbi, what you did was hurtful, but I've had years to reflect and understand. Surprisingly, your actions led me to the love of my life. I've built a beautiful family with someone who genuinely loves me. So, I want you to know that I forgive you." Rabbi, overwhelmed with guilt and remorse, wept profusely as she listened to Maimuna's words. The weight of the years of secrecy and the consequences of her choices bore down on her, and she felt the magnitude of the forgiveness she had received. Maimuna's expression softened, and she continued, "I pray that you find a way to escape the spiritual web you got yourself into. Love must be genuine, Rabbi. It won't last if it's not." Rabbi, still sobbing, looked up at Maimuna with a mix of gratitude and sorrow. It was then that she made a heart-wrenching confession, "Maimuna, I've paid a heavy price for my choices. My womb can never bear children, and Ibrahim has moved on, creating a family with another woman. I am left with the pain of what I've lost." Maimuna sighed, her eyes reflecting a mix of compassion and understanding. Despite the complexities of their past, she felt a deep empathy for Rabbi. Very reluctantly, Maimuna extended her arms and hugged Rabbi, the physical embrace symbolizing a complex journey of forgiveness and acceptance. With a heavy heart, Maimuna whispered, "All our kids are yours, my friend. In their laughter and joy, find solace and love. Let them be a reminder that life has a way of mending even the most broken pieces." As they shared a tearful hug, the friends acknowledged the intricacies of forgiveness and the healing power of compassion. The wounds of the past, though not forgotten, were now coated with the balm of understanding and a willingness to move forward. The reunion, marked by forgiveness and shared pain, became a testament to the resilience of friendship and the transformative power of love.